of games that were fun to be a part of. This is what I considered what I would say about the 1 versus 4 kick-ass JFK matchup earlier. I echo what you said about your game. It was, in retrospect, a game I was just glad I got to be a part of because, as much as you want to win it, as much as I wish we could have won the game, in the end, I am happy I was there for all 9 innings of ridiculousness that went down in this one. It was just,
I got to tell you, just being in the bleachers, everyone was just like, all right, with this game, just get over with. This game is taking forever. But no, it was fun to watch. Both teams just, kept it close.
Yeah, I feel like Kick-Ass, they had the first round bye, so I feel like maybe they wanted to get some free kickball in, like they felt slighted because, they wanted that extra game, so they just decided to extend this one out to almost 2 games worth. So, crazy, man. Almost 2 hours that you guys spent playing. Just,
is that a WAKA record, Brent?
Yeah, 9 innings is definitely the record. In reality, I think it's after the 7th or 8th inning, if the game's still tied. In the WAKA rulebook, it says that the winner's supposed to be determined by rock, paper, scissors. But I think that's a pretty stupid way to end the game, especially a semifinal game like that. It's got to be decided on the field. We don't have any permit issues. It's not like the sun was going to go down anytime soon. So it was like, hey, let's play it out and see, there's got to be a winner. I think both teams, they would say politely they had some questionable strategy in extra innings. That's, questionable strategy, a lack of execution. Some guys kicking away when they probably really shouldn't be kicking away. When they really should be more focused on moving the runner over. Back it up for those who don't know about the WAKA extra inning rules. It's called Kansas City rules.
KC!
You're limited to 4 guys and 4 girls in the field, and the previous out for the offensive team starts on second base. So it's a huge advantage to the offense. No outs, runner on second, and only 8 people in the field. But it really puts the defenses in some tough spots. So I'm not going to say Kansas City is easy. There's no real, surefire strategy. You just kind of have to go through it. It doesn't happen as frequently, so you kind of have to muddle your way through it. But I'd say in the end, JFK, once they got their kickers up, and their strategy, which didn't work the first 3 extra innings, but their strategy just kicking away, finally took hold, and they were able to put up some runs. I think they put up 3 runs in the 9th, and then Kick-Ass came up. George, he scored a run, but you guys just weren't able to tie it back up. Deficit was too high.
Like you said, 2 teams really wanted it, worn out, and great performances. Too many people to mention, really. Jill on JFK, Dominique on our team. Yeah, she was amazing. I saw Nikki knock down a great ball. JC pitched great. Derek came in, not having pitched more than an inning in any game, and pitched about 4 or 5 innings in this game.
He did a good job.
Hey, why did you guys? I was just kind of curious because I came over obviously after our game was over, and I noticed Derek was the extra inning pitcher. So what was the strategy involved with this? Why did you guys go with Derek and not Haas? Was there an injury, or what was? I meant to ask that, but I didn't really.
Haas, just nothing but love. Derek, a little more athleticism on the mound, able to cover more ground. He becomes a pitcher / charger / second baseman with speed like Derek Robbins. That he can. Dude ran track. He can get everywhere in a heartbeat.
I'm not even questioning it. I mean, I was just. Derek was looking real good out there on the mound, and he was pitching really well.
There's not a big drop off in pitching, but there is a change in defensive mobility.
Right.
which I don't think Haas or anyone will argue with.
Not at that point of the day. It was hot.
Oh yeah, especially after playing 3 to 4 hours of kickball at 3 in the afternoon.
So yeah, it was a long game, and JFK came out on top, 8-6, and they moved on to the championship game with 5 o'clockers.
And I talked to Freed afterwards. If anything, I don't know how they did it, so I'll speak for them. Limped into the finals because I don't know how anyone would come out of that game just fired up and wired for a finals game.
After 5 o'clockers had been sitting in the shade for about an hour hydrating. And
Well, that was I posted that to the Facebook and to the Twitter once the game was over. I said, "Hey, what's going to be the bigger factor in the finals? Is it going to be JFK's marathon, or is it going to be the 5 o'clockers long layover?" Because I know sometimes if you have these long layovers, you can get a little tight and you can get a little flat. But the clockers, they did a good job warming up, and it didn't seem to impact them too much.
I had talked to Courtney Travis just in passing, and I was like, "Man, you guys got to like the way this is looking for you guys. You guys are enjoying the shade and getting hydrated here while this game's just taking forever." And she actually thought that it worked to their disadvantage.
Yeah.
She thought, what they needed to do was just keep the momentum going and stay on the field and keep playing. And she thought that could potentially be their downfall, but it kind of worked out the way that I thought it was going to be, where whoever they played was just going to be, limping in, like George said, from that long.
Yeah, you got to figure they had like 45 minutes to just sit there and think about playing a championship game. That's kind of, depends on your mental makeup, but that can impact some guys, and then that can put some pressure on you just thinking and getting hyped up and everything. So
I would have loved to have 45 minutes to sit and think this past Saturday.
let's talk about the finals.